Dragon Ball Super Episode 80 was really refreshing. Blinded Gohan puts up a strategically epic fight against Lavender. Also, a bombshell of information is dropped that takes a lot of weight off Goku's shoulder. And we also find out that in the Tournament of Power of this Universal Survival arc, the existence of all the universes is not at risk. Well, I will cover all that and more in this Dragon Ball Super Episode 80 review, titled Awaken Your Sleeping Fighting Spirit, Son Gohan's Battle. Ever since declaration of the Universal Survival arc and the Tournament of Power and how Goku is the one who was behind it, it very much appeared like indirectly Goku had become one of the sole reason behind the destruction of all the universes except the winner. We always knew that fighting is Goku's top priority, but it was rather weird the way it looked. I mean, risking 12 universes just for your pleasure? Well, actually, even if it were like we thought it would still be Goku being dumb and excited rather than choosing to risk all universes. Anyways, the Dragon Ball fandom took it the other way, like Goku willingly decided to risk 12 universes for his pleasure. Well, we all made jokes about it. Yup, like always, some fanboys took it too far, abusing Goku, giving head posts about how awful DBS is and all that. However, this episode literally takes all forms of blame away from Goku. Rather, you might consider thanking him, because Zeno, the god of everything, was going to destroy comparatively weaker universes anyway, and it had nothing to do with Goku. If he had never met Goku, he would still probably go on to do that, as he feels 12 universes is way too much and should be reduced. The interesting thing is they're actually deciding the fate of the universes based on the strength of the mortals. We get some cool insights, like now we know Universe 7 is the second weakest universe based on the average level of the mortal, 3.18, while Universe 9 is the absolute weakest with an average of 1.86. I think Yuna and Kaioshin's expression speaks for their fans. Of course, all other universes are also freaked out by the announcement since U7 was the only universe that knew about it before this. But there is a twist to this. Universe 1, 5, 8 and 12 will not be in this destruction risk, because the mortal level is more than 7, that is almost double of U7 and nearly 7 times of U9 at least. So they're basically saying it'll be a 8 universe tournament from what we understand. It bothers me a bit because the arc was promoted to be holding an all-universal tournament. Maybe they will end up participating but won't have to face the destructive consequences if they lose. Or maybe Goku will remind that Zeno promised an all-universal tournament. Is it that what they're implying? Like they will participate but don't have the risk of getting erased? I'm a bit confused here. Help me out with that in the comment section. Let's see what happens. The bottom line is Zeno was going to destroy these weaker universes no matter what. Only change brought in this equation by Goku will only reduce destruction or maybe something even better. That is, now the winning universes can survive. If not for the tournament, most likely they wouldn't even get this chance. And who knows what might happen by the end. Thinking long term, I assume one way or the other, either the destruction will be stopped or the destroyed universes will be eventually restored. Super Dragon Balls might also make a difference. Let's see. At least you know Goku isn't a criminal. However, about the average level of the mortals, don't confuse that with the power of the team. Just because Universe 7 is the second weakest regarding its mortal doesn't mean its team is also second weakest. Universe 7 could as well have the strongest team despite having a low mortal average. It makes sense for U7, the warrior race science wiped out. Frieza's race has also been wiped out. Best of mortals of the universes have all gathered on Earth. And you can tell that from the U7 team. I saw many people asking why U7 only has warriors from the Earth only. Well, isn't it obvious? When there were universal threats to U7, have you seen anyone else stand up to it? Did the Kaioshins or any other gods seek help from any other planet? No! The Earth has it all, the best of science, Namekian, even an ancient creature like Boo, and I think this team will surprise every other universes. Another interesting thing is that the Great Priest said all except the angels of the losing universes would be destroyed. I loved that WTF moment from Beerus and Champa. They're like, what the hell dude, I thought we friends, you just gonna watch us die? Now you know why Whis is always all chill even when things like destruction is announced. He knows he'll be safe. I'm really curious to know more about how this whole god and angel thing works and why exactly the angels are remaining a level above. Anyways, coming to the main attraction of this episode, Ultimate Gohan vs Poisonous Lavender. This fight was just really satisfying. It's certainly a step in the right direction if we are going to get more fights like this in the main tournament. I bet fans that grew up watching Dragon Ball would love this even more, as it was a very strategy based match, much like it was back in the days, instead of just transformation and the one with higher power level simply winning. Regarding power, Lavender is nowhere near as strong as Gohan. In fact, all three U9 fighters look quite weak as compared to Universe 7. But still, with his tricky poisonous attacks, he really got Gohan bad. Not even 20 seconds in the match, Lavender incapacitates Gohan with his poison blow. The poison takes effect and Gohan soon loses sight. This is when things starts getting interesting. But as he becomes blind, his other senses get heightened. This is a real thing. If you become blind, you would be amazed to find out in how many ways your body can sense things around you. There are people who can tell the distance of things using their tongue to measure vibration. Yep. Anyways, Gohan is in a different level, so he adapts very quickly and starts concentrating on Lavender's movement, footsteps, and sounds. Doing that, he's able to dodge, defend, and even attack him right in the face. Lavender turns out to be quite clever too, as he flies up destroying Gohan's little game and following it up with Poison Ki Blast. But Gohan comes up with a new strategy going Super Saiyan, who reflects his energy off Lavender like a radar and could keep up with him. That made a lot of sense, nice creativity. Also, Gohan is perfectly using his intelligence in the battle, parts of being a scholar come fighter you could say. Unfortunately, the poison spreading rate is also multiplied by super form, and he is forced back to base. But this is where the intense fighter instinct of Gohan kicks in. Ignoring logic, he goes super again. Basically, it's him realizing that he can't win the battle playing defense anymore. He just has to give everything he has at once and hope for the best. We get a good little beam struggle, Lavender gets the upper hand and attacks Gohan with the poison gas type of move. Surprising everyone, Gohan launches straight into the attack, gets a strong hold of Lavender, smashing him with a powerful slam right on the stage. This might remind wrestling fans of some certain moves, but I don't know why it reminded me of Charizard's Seismic Toss. Pretty similar. For those of you who don't know, Charizard is a Pokemon just like Chaozu. True fact. Seismic Toss did knock out Lavender, but the poison got Gohan and he fainted too. So the Great Priest declares a draw. I saw many fans saying since Gohan was the last to fall, he owned. No guys, it's not a Royal Rumble match, both fainted, thus it's a fair tie. After the match, Gohan apologizes to Goku and hints that he will train harder. This episode was really positive for Gohan and his fans because the most important takeaway from this episode is Gohan got a wake-up call. Also, he is the type of fighter who unleashes his best when the back is against the walls. Now, since survival is at stake, we can expect to see Gohan train hard and play harder, like he did back in the Cell Saga. Get ready for Gohan domination. Also, throughout the fight, it looked like Gohan genuinely enjoyed it. The way he refused to take Senzu beans proved he didn't fight for winning or something. He wanted to know where he stands, and now you can finally say they are making Gohan great again. Now, since the universe is at stake, I wonder if Beerus and Whis will train Gohan and others too. I think Kaioshin's training can also help. Gohan and Piccolo can join Whis training with Goku and Vegeta, while the rest of the team trains and unlocks their potential under Kaioshin or something like that would be interesting. What do you think about all this? Comment your opinion down below. Guys, make sure to subscribe to our other channel, Dragon Ball Fanverse, if you want extra exclusive videos from me. You can find me on Facebook by searching for The Fan Guy. See you in the next Dragon Ball Super video.